Hey everybody,
Hi guys,
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here,
Ill Cost Beauty Channel.
coming to you with another fantastic Tip Tuesday.
Yes, Tips Tuesday. We're gonna save you money. Tips, tips, tips.
Yes, and this one is all about saving money because we want to talk to you briefly about Royal Caribbean's new non-refundable deposit program. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what the non-refundable program is. Many of you will kind of recognize that from Carnival. Carnival's had a non-refundable deposit for quite some time.
Yes.
And now Royal Caribbean's got into the game. So what it's allowed them to do is to even have more competitive pricing in the cruising market.
That's a good thing for us. And it's good on your coins.
Yes. It's especially good if you know that you're fairly confident of your trip date that you're going to go. If you know, like, I know for sure I'm going to go for a cruise on this particular date right there. So it is protected by travel insurance, given that as long as the travel insurance is paid in full prior to you canceling the cruise. So that is an option to still kind of make it a refundable, kind of sort of, but you have to pay for the insurance ahead of time. So you know, it's a good thing. It makes the prices a lot lower. And what they're also doing is that the non-refundable deposit rates that they're giving are also coming with onboard credits.
That's a good thing, and that makes them very competitive.
Yes, it does. So what's the deal on it? What the deal on it is if you make any cancellation or changes on there, they're going to charge you, as the name would suggest, you will lose your deposit should you cancel the cruise. And any changes that you make to the reservation will cost you $100. You know, booking, if you want to change a cabin type, or you need to change the person's name, or you need to change the sail date, they're going to charge you a $100 change fee per person.
That is not cheap.
So you need to be fairly confident that you're going on the cruise. You need to be fairly confident of the room type that you want, and you know, just kind of roll with it, which most people are. I find in my experience that probably 90%, if not more, of the clients kind of already know what they're looking for.
They usually call and lock it right in
because they're looking for a particular something either in their budget, or they're looking for a particular cabin type. So, or
they're looking for a big group.
Yep. So that's really the skinny on it. Now it still is price protected from Royal Caribbean, and so what that means, let's say that the rate does go down, and it even goes down for a refundable rate. Let's say the refundable rate goes down lower. You can still capture the savings with Royal Caribbean. However, you still maintain that non-refundable deposit status. So even if the refundable rate goes down below your price and we're able to capture those savings for you, your booking is still classified as a non-refundable deposit, and all those rules and things still apply. So you know, you're not going to get out of that. You will lose your deposit if you cancel. So again, you want to be fairly confident. But I think it's a good thing. This is something that Carnival's done for a long time, and it seems to have worked for them with their marketing. They're able to offer lower prices, and so Royal Caribbean's kind of joining in on that, making the battle for cruise passengers even more exciting.
It's hard to deal with all this competitive, but we're the ones who benefiting. So make sure you weigh your pros and cons. There's a good side, and then there's a bad side. This policy just rolled out.
Yeah, it's a brand new program, and so I wanted to bring it to you guys. Anybody looking for Royal Caribbean, you know, that's what the non-refundable is. So, and you'll see that advertised. I've been noticing that they've had the non-refundable price as their advertised price. It'll say cruise starting from this particular price, and when I went in and looked, that was the non-refundable price. So as always, you know, when you call me, I will explain to you this is the non-refundable price, and if you're interested in what the refundable price would be, I would tell you. Like I know I did this for a couple of bookings already. The difference, it was a 7-day cruises, both of them, and the difference between the non-refundable going up to a refundable rate was like $140 more per person.
Wow! So if I call you and book cruise, you're gonna present me with two different prices. One is a refundable and one is non-refundable. I have to make a choice on which one I want.
Yes, indeed. And I usually ask people, I said, do you want me to give you the lowest rate, non-refundable, or sometimes I just tell them out of the blue, if you're interested in the refundable rate, it's about this much more dollars, and then let you make that educated decision on yourself.
Sure. I have to think about my family, who's all going. I want to make sure I can lock in that date. Make sure I have no plans and I can do it, because I do not want to lose that type of money.
Right. And it's a good plug for cruise insurance too, because Carnival, most of the Carnival's rates, like their lowest rates, are usually always the non-refundable, or they charge you change fees and things like that. So it's a good idea to have travel insurance, I think.
I think so too.
You know, to a point, like I said, we talked about it before. What amount of money are you comfortable with losing? Right. And like you said, a very good point. It depends on what's going on in your life. Yeah. If you know you got somebody elderly in your family, and maybe they're sick, and anything can happen. You know what I mean? And one thing I wanted to say to you guys too about the non-refundable deposit with Royal Caribbean, and I read through their frequently asked questions. One of the things that was on there was that even if, say, you deposit, let's say you canceled the cruise and you've put down $1,000 and your deposit is $500, from what my understanding of the language, you lose the $500 because that's the non-refundable deposit. The other $500 is kind of sort of refunded to you in the form of a future cruise credit called an FCC. And what that is that you can use that other $500 towards another cruise on Royal Caribbean within a year. And if you don't use it within a year, you lose that too. You use it, so what you use it for is future cruise. That's the only thing you use it. So if you cancel this one, you have a year to rebook, and you can use that additional $500 towards your booking, but you lose the $500 deposit.
And if I don't use it within a year, I lose it.
You lose it all. Yep. And so, and Mrs. Traveler brought up a good point when we were off camera earlier, talking about when people call and ask about family members, and they
want to book for their uncle, sister, brother who gave them the deposit through their mother-in-law, grandchild.
People get so amped up when
they want everybody to go.
When we first start booking a cruise, like let's go.
Entire family.
And then reality hits when
about a month in advance. So and so didn't give me the money for the deposit. Then what?
Yeah. So these are conversations that you have to have with the people and say, listen, here's the deal with the rate. If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. If you don't pay, it goes away. I'm a poet. I didn't even know.
I like that. How about that? I got your back.
So you have to have those conversations, because with this new rate, you have to be sure that you're going.
So you actually locked in, or you'll lose your money.
Yes. So
this is something new that they came out with. We're so excited to share with you all. We don't know if you already saw it, but it just came out. Mr. Traveler realized it and said, let's do a video on it. And I said, okay. So we want to save on your coins.
All right, guys. If I can help you book anything, www.mr-traveler.com.
Yes.
And we're glad to help you out. And other than that, I guess we'll talk to you on Thursday.
Hot Topic Thursday is coming up. Thank you so much. Life's short.
Have fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye.